Yeah, there you are. You're sixth at the moment with...
one behind Eddie.
One behind Eddie and one in front of Basil Brush as well. That's an unusual thing to be.
Two.
Sorry, two in front of Basil Brush.
Anyway, let's have a look at Sue's team, because I'm keen to see who she's spent her money on. There you go.
Goalie.
It's called Enfield Albion. Why is it called Enfield Albion? Isn't that just an actual football team?
No, my son chose it. It's because it's, my house is called Enfield.
Right, right. Because that's
So
quite like
my son
John
chose
Watson's team's called Oak Lodge Albion, and that's his house, which is not interesting, but I said it anyway.
No, it isn't interesting.
It could have been worse. It could have been called something like Number 11. This would have just been rubbish, really, wouldn't it? Not many Liverpool players, Sue, it has to be said, in your team.
No, well, it was amazing at the auction because everybody... I didn't want an awful lot of Liverpool players, I have to say. But everybody was spending money, like there was 7 or 8 million going around, and I didn't sort of want to spend that much on them. I didn't think they were worth it. So I ended up with really not very good players.
Who was your
No, they're all right, they're all right.
Who was your biggest buy, can you remember? Who you spent?
Tissier.
Yes.
It's not a bad buy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a great buy. I wanted him very much.
But you had Jan Molby, didn't you, if I remember rightly?
I had Jan Mulby, but
Which,
I've
if you
got
buy him
rid
by
of
the
him.
pound, he's not a bad buy.
Sumo!
Oh,
News of the cup draw. We've got news of the cup draw.
Let's let Sue
News of the
lead
cup
us.
draw.
Oh, sorry, no.
Hang on, we've got live to the cup draw. We're going to go over live to the cup draw.
25. Sue Johnston's Enfield Albion.
Oh, you're out, Sue.
Number 3.
Will play Roy Hattersley's The Critic.
Oh, right, top of the table.
Top of the table.
Top of the table clash. And he's got Rush, I believe, and Clough. So he's got quite a Liverpool-based
Yes,
side.
he has. Yeah.
You said that Le Tissier was your biggest buy, and I was bidding against you for Le Tissier at the auction because I love Matthew Le Tissier.
I
think
do.
he's
You
a
love him.
fantastic
I
player.
do.
And yet I let him go to you because you were just absolutely obsessed with him as far as I could make out. 6.5 million
Yeah.
spent on him, is that right?
Mm.
Yeah, and he's a brilliant player, I think. Because
I think-
one of the
I
most...
think
How's he done for you so far?
Not very well.
We had a
Yeah,
goal
no,
and
he's
assist,
he's
didn't
got
he?
a yes, and he made all my minus points up last week. I mean, he
You
evened
made
it
them
out.
up, what? He just sort of lied about it?
That's the trouble with him. It just makes things up.
He sort of brought it all up to evens.
Right.
Stanto, have you got any
he's
sort
got
of...
2 points, I think.
Have you got any Le Tissier statistics to hand?
Well, yeah, he's actually scored 8 points since the start of '94. But what's interesting when you look at Matthew Le Tissier is how he did in the 92-93 season with 15 goals, 11 assists, 67 points. That was the top-scoring midfield player in the whole of the Fantasy League. Even this season, 10 goals, 2 assists, but good stuff before and 8 points since. So he's clearly one of the best midfield
Yeah, well, the
players.
point about those statistics is they just give the lie to the thing that's always said about Matthew Le Tissier, which is that he's inconsistent, and you just can't be inconsistent and do that well for your team.
And once again, Fantasy League shows the truth. If he was a top-scoring midfielder last season, it's got to say something about how good a player.
So what I think we're really saying here is, if you're watching Terry Venables, please, please, please pick Matthew Le Tissier for England. Don't listen to dry old Alan Hansenisms like commitment and consistency. That's poppycock. What you want is beauty. I know he's got a big arse. I know he looks like he couldn't give a toss, but that's good. Like all great players, his is a nonchalant grace. He plays like an angel alongside Francis Bernali. What dreams could he weave with Paul Gascoigne? It was Graham Taylor who put him on the bench once, but didn't play him, who chose to start instead with Jeff Thomas. I'm a realist, Taylor thought, but turns out he was wrong. It's actually poetry that wins matches. Remember Terry, Stan Bowles, Alan Hudson, Peter Osgood, Rodney Marsh, Laurie Cunningham, all geniuses, all hardly capped. Don't add Le Tissier to that list.
Oh, dear. I'm filling. I'm just filling up now. That's got me. That has. I thought he was from Jersey anyway. Oh, anyway. So, have I ruined the whole thing? Well, he is. So perhaps Terry, if you're watching, he's probably out clubbing.
Yeah.
Isn't he? Because you get a lot of them baby seals around North London. Terribly sorry. I don't know why I said that. Oh, do I not like that? Oh, no, I've said that again.
Who else you got? Ron Wallace.
Yeah, but
Do you think you're playing him at all?
I haven't played him at all yet. He's
No?
been injured. Then he made an appearance and he's off again.
We've got a clip of him here being served some baked beans. There you go.
So, Eddie's team.
Yes.
Let's have a... Can we see Eddie's team?
There it is.
Please. Oh, there it is.
The team that Mike Summerby picked, there are a few people I'm not sure about. I mean, there was Nicky Summerby he picked, and you could say that was something to do with genetics or not, right? And also he picked John Walk. And I thought about this, and it can only be because they were in the same Escape to Victory team, I think.
I never thought of that, but yeah, now you mention it.
Should have bought Pele,
probably
shouldn't
why.
they? That would have been a better... Michael Caine's probably younger than John Walker. And a better player. And do you know it wasn't Michael Caine who played football in Escape to Victory? It was a footballer doubling as him. And do you know who it was?
Yes.
Not Jeff Aston, no, because...
Footballer, is it?
Who? Kevin Beattie. It was Kevin Beattie. And incredibly, it was also Kevin Beattie in Zulu, which was really... That really surprised me.
So who have your top players been?
The full-back, Irwin.
He's the perfect defender, actually, for Fantasy League, because he plays for a team that don't let many goals in, and... God,
I
is
saw
that?
someone at the door.
It's not Dennis Irwin.
Terry Venables.
Sorry about this, someone turning on like this.
Oh, heck, it's David Pleat. What is... Well, that was like Piccadilly Circus, you know. That was a bit of a turn-up. So,
He does that every night, Eddie.
does he follow you all over the place doing that?
Oh, I'm waiting for Brian Orton now.
With more news from the cup draw.
Oh, God, you can't breathe in this place. I thought it was David Pleat coming back.
Number
Right,
8. Eddie Larges, Wales Out City.
Oh.
Number 1.
Will play Alison Rudd's Barca Babes.
All right. No, that's one of the Fantasy League managers from around the country. So we've got a few of them in tonight. Is Alison Rudd in tonight?
Yep.
You are? Oh, Alison Rudd's in tonight. All right. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I can't see it. Hello, Alison.
Hello.
And you manage the Barca Babes.
I do.
Is that right? Well, you've been drawn against Eddie in the cup.
Can't wait, Eddie.
So what...
I'm afraid you're going to have to.
What league? What's the name of your league that you play?
They're the Elvis Presley Memorial League, some of which are...
Yeah, I think we've got some from the Elvis Presley Memorial
I've
League.
been wondering why them blokes...
Alison, who are your star players?
Eric Cantona,
Yeah.
Schmeichel in goal.
Right. Have you just got Manchester United?
They're the best performing ones. I've got Teddy Sheringham as well, unfortunately.
Oh, right.
And
right.
I've got Brian Dean in with Teddy being out, and he's not performing.
It's an interesting
Basil Brush is in the audience. Boom, boom.
It all sounded so good, didn't it? Schmeichel, Cantona, Brian Dean. I think it's about time for Phoenix from the Flames.
Is it? Oh, all right then. And now, Phoenix from the Flames. This week we're at Willie Carr's Golf Club because his wife didn't want us traipsing around in the garden. Particularly Frank, apparently.
Did she say that?
Yeah?
Right then, Willie, let's imagine that this is Highfield Road, 3rd of October, 1970. OK, Coventry versus Everton. Can you take us through what happened?
Yes, well, from what I remember, John Hurst fouls John O'Rourke on the edge of the 18-yard box and we were given a free kick.
Yeah, hold on. Don't spoil it, right, because this is the good bit coming up. OK, so we'll do that again then. Right, so if you be the Everton wall, right, David, right, I'll be Ernie Hunt and you can be...
myself.
Be Willie Carr. Good idea.
Then.
Right, OK, come on then. You haven't got anything that would make me look more like Ernie Hunt, have you?
Funnily enough, I think I've got something in the boot of the car. Yeah, that's good. Exactly like it.
Where's he gone? I'm sorry about this. I'll just see where he is. Okay. Just
Okay.
Don't go away. Sorry.
I'm terribly sorry. There has been some sort of mix-up. Apparently it's Willie who does the donkey kick. Obviously we'll cover all expenses and, I don't know, we might have some extra hay. I don't know about that. Don't quote me on that. Ernie Hunt. Actually, we're just doing...
No. It's me. I'm in Michael.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Got a donkey for the donkey kick.
Just leave this to me. Look, I'm very sorry about this, but I promise you, yours will be the first number we ring when we do the Tony Adams sketch. He hasn't took it well.
It's all right.
A donkey. Right then, play Barry Davis.
At the moment, the situation is on for a quick one. Hunt! Oh, what a goal! Well, they don't come much better than that. Right out of the book, and on the first line too.
Brilliant. And now there's that bit where the dwarf invaded the pitch, remember that? You know, the dwarf, you shook hands with him. Tell me, Willie, how come everybody didn't start taking donkey kicks after that?
There were so many things that they were saying that the ball wasn't carrying its own circumference. I was touching it twice because it was in between my legs, and then a couple of months later on, they banned it anyway.
Right. So the Everton fans must have thought that they got the thin end of the wedge as far as donkey kicks are concerned.
We didn't have cut the thin end of the wedge. That donkey kicked me.
So the cup draw has been completed.
Has it?
Yeah, while that's been going on, the cup draw is complete. Can we have a look at that, Stato?
It's all ready for you.
Yeah, there it is. We've got some plum draws there. There's a few good... There's River Plate Your Arse versus Basil Brush, which should be a good one. Who are you playing?
I'm just trying to see. Oh, there you are. Lucky 7. Hold on, I've got the information on me.
Minor abrasion.
Yeah, Lucky 7 is Ian Yapp's team, who plays in the Trocadero Fantasy League in Birmingham, in fact. And it's a bit of a... Oh, my God. He's got Seaman, Sutton, Beardsley, Ince. I've lost.
Your season's over.
He's got 46 points since January the 1st, and I've got 25, I think.
Right.
So,
what else have we got? We've
that's that, really.
What's the matches that concern you? Oh, well,
I'll do.
Oh, no, the postman's come. Postman's come.
You can't move for flowers, you know.
We've been sent loads of letters this week, absolutely loads of them. This was an interesting one. We got from from David Lichtmaker, who works for the Rotherham and South Yorkshire Advertiser, and he says, "Dear Frank and David, I think I know why Ian Wright hasn't quite been doing the business for Mandy's team. It's because he spends the night moonlighting, and his second job is the bass player out of the Drifters." Well, I think he does very well with those two things on his plate.
That's why he does all that stuff when he scores, I suppose. It's like an old Drifters dance routine. Here we go. This is a bit significant for you, Eddie, actually. It says, "Dear Frank and David, this is from Ben Michael, aged 12, who lives in south-west London. And he says, I understand you've got Eddie Large on the show this week. I am also a Man City supporter. Could you please show a clip of Francis Lee, as I think he's the man to bring peace and harmony back to Main Road."
Go on, Fran.
Brilliant.
Wait a minute. Who was that he was fighting?
I think it was Peter Swale.
It wasn't, was it? It was Norman Hunter, and that's allowed.
Well, I think we've got some presents, haven't we?
We've got presents, yeah, OK. Well, we've got...
Because we like to, you know, show that we appreciate
we've got a
you
present
turning
for
up.
you, Eddie. This is a guide to the Ensley First Division.
No particular reason, just, you know.
I thought you might be interested.
And I think we've got a present for Sue as well.
So, yeah, I think Stato's been making you a plate of beans on toast, like Rod Wallace was having earlier.
Oh, thanks,
So,
So, no,
Stato.
you can take those away with you, Sue.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much, Sue. Thank you, Eddie.
Next week, our guests will be Richard Littlejohn, Roddy Doyle and Basil Brush.
The three of them, there they are.
He'll be here.
Good night.
Good night, see ya.
Theoretically speaking, it's Craig Ferguson next on BBC Two.